Hello my gorgeous loves out there and welcome. In today's video, we are going to get into the new Sugar and Grunge collection from Blend Bunny. I picked up the eyeshadow palette as well as the 3 new matte lip creams. So I'm going to do some swatches, create a couple looks, and let you guys know if this is the usual good formula from Blend Bunny. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bri and I'm just a crazy lover of all things beauty, and I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot in indie makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. So I'm really a big fan of Blend Bunny, so I'm excited that they came out with another new collection. Like, all of their collections have been total hits. I love their formula. They have really, really good mattes. They come out with beautiful themes. Lip creams are amazing. I love them so much. I love their highlighters, so I knew I had to pick up this collection. So let's go over all the products and let me give you guys some swatches, and then we'll see what I can come up with these products in terms of looks. So let's start off with the lip cream. So they came out with 3 new shades for this collection. This is what the component looks like. This is what the actual outer packaging that it came in looked like. It matches the palette perfectly. It's so pretty. And the 3 shades that they came out with is called Moody, which is a purple leaning grayish taupe. Then there was Runaway, which is a deep true brown. And then there was Sweetheart, which is a cooler rose pink. So the tones that they selected are going to match the palette, I think, perfectly. And I really, really like this formula. It's like a lightweight matte kind of moussey lip product. Then getting into the eyeshadow palette, which goes for $41. This packaging is so stunning. I love the mix of like the pinks and the greens with the flowers, and it's supposed to like just kind of have like a feminine but grungy vibe all at the same time. And then inside, this is what it looks like. There is a mirror, and then here are the shades. I just love how they set up their palettes. You always have like just rows kind of monochromatic like this. So there's the light mattes, the mid-tones, we got the dark mattes, and then there's all shimmers at the bottom. So there's a mix of kind of grungy tones as well as softer tones, some cool tones, a little like warm peachy tones in here too. We got some browns, so I see a good mix of colors and options. You could probably create a lot of fun, beautiful looks with this. So that is everything that came in this collection. So I am going to zoom in and we are going to get right into these looks. So for this look, I'm going to lean into like the tealy purple and greeny tones, and then do something reddy pink for the second look. So I'm going to start off with the shade called 1995. It's a mid-tone green. I'm using an unearthy brush, and I'm gonna start that through the crease. Oh, I love this. It's kind of a cool tone, but also grungy kind of green. Going to go into Teen Spirit now, which is a deeper teal matte, and I'm going to use that as the deepening shade, and I just wanted to get a little bit more of a teal tone mixed into the green. And then I'm going to get into this brush right here, which is from ItsBel. This is the E7 brush, and I want to take in the shade called Ironic through my crease, like on the higher part, and use that to blend out the edge here. Get some more of a brighter green into the look. I do want to go into baggy jeans, and I want to bring a little bit more teal into the look as well. So I'm going to bring some like right here in the inner portion. These tones are just mixing so well together, like the teals and these like cool tone, like foresty, grungy greens. Just looks so pretty together. Now I want to do my usual go-to. Let's do a different color on the lower lash line. I'm gonna lean into the purples now. So I'm gonna start off with Moody, which is a deep cool tone purple. I'm gonna stamp that on the outer corner. Wow, look at that, super pigmented, going on gorgeously. I love a good deep purple. And I'm not having too much fallout from these shades, so that's also good. Now I'm going to get, let's see, a little smaller brush like this, and I'm going to use the tension to blend out the edges, which I was a good kid, okay? I didn't get into a lot of trouble or ever really got into like or put into detention, so I guess I was one of the goody two shoes. But I'm just blending out the edge here and getting everything nice and diffused. Now I do want to take baby tea, and I'm gonna use that in the front portion of the lower lash line for a bright little pop of kind of a pinky purple shade. And I'm just gonna really pack it on in the front, and look how pigmented that is. It's coming off very vibrant. It's showing up so beautiful. Now I'm gonna get into the shimmers. I love their shimmers. They're very creamy. So I'm gonna go into Grunge, which looks like a more cool tone kind of forest green, and it picks up beautiful on the brush. And of course I'm gonna wet it because that's what I like to do with my shimmers. And I'm just gonna put it right there. Oh, so creamy. I love it. It just spreads right onto the lid like butter, and I'm doing it kind of at like an angle. Now I'm going to clean this brush off, and I'm gonna go into the shade called Butterfly, which is like a lighter teal. And that's gonna give some brightness in the inner portion of my lid. I'm also going to spray it. I feel like these shadows are so creamy that you don't necessarily need to spray them. I just love to amp up my shimmers as much as possible. And I'm just meshing that into that darker metallic as well. And now for the last shadow I want to go into is Candy, the light tealy green shade. And I'm going to use that to brighten here in the front, bring it up just a little bit. Wow, do you see how pigmented that is? It's so beautiful, and it's just picking up, and it's just going on the eyes so well. Like, I just can't believe how bright they are and how pigmented they are. Like, I'm very, very impressed with this. That is it for the look. Now that I have the shadows that I'm going to use, let's go into the lippies. So do we want to go brown? I think that might be a little too much. Should we go on the Grazy one? This is the Moody shade, which is totally my vibe. I love a cool tone gray purple, so let's put that on. So beautiful. These are so lightweight and so pretty. They're so comfortable on the lips. Sorry, I'm making so much noise. I'm not even using lip liner because I'm lazy. So there is the lippy. What do you guys think of this shade? It's really pretty. It's very cool tone, but I think it vibes with the look really nicely. And it's just so lightweight. It's nice and opaque. It's not patchy at all. This is just such a nice lip formula. But anyways, that is it for this look and what I'm going to use on camera. I'm going to do lashes, mascara, figure out something for the waterline, and then I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, loves, I am back, and here is the completed first look. I love how this turned out. It's so pretty. I didn't even do that much off camera because I felt like the shades in this look are so bright and vibrant that no additional details were needed. I didn't want to put any liner details. I didn't want to put any gems. I think this looks absolutely gorgeous on its own. So all I did off camera was I did go in with some mascara. You know you need mascara. I have the Milani Highly Rated mascara on and the Petite and Pretty Full Feathered Volumizing Mascara. They make a stunning combo. And then for my waterline, I did go ahead and use the Uden's Eye So Monet Gel Liner in number 8. It's a beautiful lavender shade. Felt like it went really well with the purple tones that I have on the lower lash line. And then I used the LA Girl Jet Setter liquid liner to create a bit of a wing. And I also used this Stristique black pencil to tightline. And that was basically all I did off camera. Very, very simple little steps. And I am just a big fan. I love this so much. I think it came out gorgeous and stunning, and I love the lippy combo with the eye look. This cool tone grayish shade is really beautiful as well. So that was everything for look number 1. I am now ready to take you guys into look number 2. Okay, we are in a new day, and sorry, my voice is like really scratchy because I came down with kind of like a chest cold. Yesterday I was feeling it, but today I'm really feeling it. So hopefully you do not mind my voice. I know I sound totally different from look one, but it is the next day and I'm ready to get into some more shadows. I'm just gonna power through this little cold I got going on. But I just realized I forgot to put on blush and highlighter, so I figured I'd use the shadows in the palette. I figured I could mix Skater Girl and Flannel to make like a really beautiful kind of like berry blush. Now I'm just gonna tap off the excess, put a little on my hand, just to make sure I don't put too much, because you know, when you're using a shadow, it's gonna definitely be more pigmented than like a blush, because you know, they're meant to be really vibrant on the eyes. But wow, that makes such a pretty blush. You just have to go lightly, but you can totally use shadows for your cheeks. They don't only have to go on your eyes. And I figured we'd go into Bubblegum. It's a pinky light shimmer, and I use that as a highlighter. Now it's a little bit on the light side, but I feel like I could still rock it with my skin tone. Oh, that looks so pretty. I'm actually glad I forgot to put blush and highlighter on, so I could try these products in a different way. So that looks so cute on the cheeks. I'm so happy with how that turned out. So let's get into the berry shades. Like I said, I'm gonna do a very monochromatic look. I'm gonna start off with Skater Girl. This time I'm gonna go lighter to darker, just to try something different. And I did prime my eyes again with the Kaleidos Tone Activator Primer. Oh my gosh, my voice sounds terrible, but I'm just gonna go through the crease with that light shade. I'm just using that as my initial transition shade, just to get it all fluffed through the crease. Now we're gonna just slowly build up. So I'm gonna go into Flannel and use that with the same brush. And I'm just gonna concentrate it like a little lower. We're just slowly building up the look. I'm thinking I want to go for like a very berry smoky look today. Okay, now I want to go even darker. By the way, these mattes are laying very nicely on one another. I'm going to go into Dew. This shade matches my top like perfectly that I have on. That's why I wore this top, because I knew I was going to do a look like this. Ooh, this has a beautiful amount of depth. And I'm just going to concentrate that on the outer corner. Maybe bring it a little bit more inward. These shadows are creating like the perfect gradient. They're so saturated. They're really beautiful. But I'm going to take it a step further and go a little darker, because I feel like this Runaway shade is going to add even more depth. It's a very cool tone brown, but I think it's going to mesh just fine with these like berry tones. And I'm just gonna concentrate that one on the outer corner. Like, look how much depth that added to the look. Wow. Yes, I needed that. So I'm basically going to just use the same shadows on the lower lash line. Just keep everything consistent. So I'm just gonna go into the 3 berry shades and smudge that all on the lower lash lines. I'm sticking 2 in the outer corner and like closest, what am I saying? Closest to the lash line. You know what? I realized that I wanted to use the 2 last lippies. So let me put on one now, and then at the end of the video, I'll switch to a different one, just so you guys can see it on the skin tone. So I'll start off with Sweetheart. This is, I think, the rosy shade, and I'm gonna use that. And of course, I'm gonna end this video with the brown. Oh, ooh, that's a pretty rosy pink. So let me just cover my lips. Now let's keep going on with the look. I'm feeling very smoky and berry, and I am loving it. So let's start off with Don't Speak, and then we'll go into a lighter shimmer. This is a beautiful, like deeper berry burgundy shade. And I'm going to wet the brush, of course, the usual deal. I'm trying not to talk too much because my voice is struggling. And it's not the most prettiest voice to hear. But yeah, so I'm just gonna keep it closest to the deeper shade on the outer corner and then like midway through. Now I'm gonna go into the shade called Prom Queen. I feel like peaches and berry shades go so well together, and that's gonna add a lot of brightness to the front portion of the lid. So I'm just gonna put that right there. Mesh it a little bit into that deeper berry metallic. Okay, so that shade definitely went on more as like a peachy champagne shade than like a true peachy shade. Yeah, it's definitely more of champagne-y, but it's so bright and pretty, and it adds a great like pop in the front. I'm loving this. This is such a simple look to put together. So I want to add just a little bit of interest to the look because you know me, I like to switch things up. I figured we could try to use a little bit of this purple on the lower lash line. See how that goes? Since I haven't used that shade yet. And I am going to put it on this pencil brush and wet it. And just use that on like the front portion. Add a little purple into the mix. Ooh, that's pretty. That is a pretty purple. I'm just gonna keep it right in the front. So now for an inner corner highlight. I do like a little bit of that purple being there on the bottom, but I'm thinking maybe I could try to use Sweetheart. It's kind of a peachy beige shade, but I feel like it will give a pop. We'll see, and if it doesn't, I can go with something else. Is it bright enough? Do we feel like this is giving brightness? Maybe it's not pigmented enough to really brighten the inner corner. I just wanted to see if it would do anything. It's giving a little bit of brightness. So maybe do we want to take things an interesting route instead and try to use maybe payphone? Do you think payphone will be pigment enough? You know what, let's see what payphone will do. I'm just trying things out. You know what, I like payphone. It's actually a pretty bright gray. So I'm gonna stick with that and just pack it on right there. I like that way better than that Sweetheart shade. So I decided to kind of pull the shade out a little bit. I've been really liking that shade, and I want to do one final step and do a little brow bone highlight and use bubblegum right on that brow bone, that very light pink. It's gonna add a lot of brightness up there and pop. Oh yeah, it's definitely more of like a silvery baby pink shade. So that is it for the shadows that I'm going to use. I think this came out really pretty. It was easy to put together. So I'm going to go like work on some blending, do something for the waterline, lashes, mascara, and I will switch out to the last lippy, and then I will be right back to show you guys the completed second look. All right, loves, I am back, and here is the look in the lippy. This color is so dramatic. It is a true 90s brown. It's a very cool tone, deep brown shade. Now, the only thing with this one, Runaway, it's a little bit more sheer, so you have to build up the shade to get it fully opaque, but you can get it to be opaque. Now, I definitely felt like I needed a liner for this shade, so I went in with the Nabla Close-Up Lip Liner in number 6. This matches this shade perfectly, like they were meant to be together, a match made in heaven. But I'm really loving how grungy and deep it is, and it goes so well with this eye look. So off camera, I was feeling a little inspired, like I wanted to do a little bit more. At first I wasn't going to add any additional details, but I just felt like I wanted to add something to the look. So I found this Immortality liquid eyeliner from Unearthly. This is the shade Serene. It's like a fiery, shifty, shimmery liner, and I just created an arch with it. I thought I really added to the look. And then I was like, do I want to add some gems or not? And then I was like, yeah, I want gems. So I went in with these like kind of purpley berry gems and put a small one in the front and then bigger ones on the other end. And I think that definitely helped the look even more. I love it. And then I really wanted to emphasize the purple down here, so I went in with this Kaleidos pencil. This is one of their like multi-chrome liners. This one is in Night of Creation, and I just kind of built it up in front here, like what I'm doing now. And then I went back over it with the purple shade in the palette just to really make that purple stand out more down there. And then for my waterline, I used the Uden's Eye So Monet liner in number 8, the pastel purple. I just thought I'd like emphasize the pastel purple. I don't know. I just wanted more purple down there. And then for my lashes, I decided to just do mascara because I don't know, I wasn't feeling putting on falsies. So I have the Milani Highly Rated Mascara and the Fully Feathered Mascara, which honestly, I don't even know where it is. Oh, it's right here. These two mascara, like they're my perfect combo right now. And that is it. Yeah, that's all I did off camera to complete this look. I really love this. I think this one is my favorite out of the two looks. It's so pretty. It's so smoky. It's like what I love when it comes to makeup. So I am now ready to give you guys my like final first impressions on these products. All right, hopefully I can get through this wrap up part because my voice is starting to go, but I think this is another hit from Blend Bunny. I love the palette. I love the lip products. I just love this brand overall. Their collections are beautiful. I love how they set up their collections. Everything is well coordinated. The design of their products are always so beautiful. So I am such a fan. I think the lip creams are beautiful. I love them. I think this is a really nice lightweight matte formula. It's not overly drying, but it does last well on the lips and it will fade gracefully. Like matte lip creams are probably my favorite lip formula of all time. Now the only thing is the darker shade, like I mentioned, is Runaway is more sheer. So you have to build it up and layer it up a little bit more to get it fully opaque. But once you do that, it looks beautiful. I mean, look at my lippies, and the lighter shades go on really easily, but most lip creams are like that. The lighter shades are usually more opaque and the darker ones need building, but I really love this lip formula from Blend Bunny. As for the palette, it's beautiful. I love the packaging, and I think the shade options are so beautiful. Like there's a grungy and feminine twist to this palette. Like I would never think to mix grungy shades and more like softer pinks and feminine shades, or like girly shades, as I would say, with more darker grungy tones. So I think it's a beautiful combination of colors. I feel like you could do a lot with this palette. The mattes were beautiful and pigmented. I love these dark mattes in here. And I feel like these light mattes are super pigmented, like even more pigmented than the light mattes in their other palettes. So I feel like the formula and the lighter shades improved even more. Like you just go in once and you get full bam pigment with these lighter shades. They work as beautiful inner corner highlights to just pop on the lids. They're so beautiful, and the metallics are really smooth and creamy. You honestly don't even need to wet your brush or use a glitter primer. Like they just glide right onto the lids. They're like buttery smooth. Now they're not like those shifty dual chromes, but they're a beautiful, smooth, sparkly formula. They're gorgeous, and I just think everything just goes so well together. So I really did enjoy this color story. This might be one of my favorites. I really, really like the combo in here and the packaging and everything. So that was my thoughts on the palette, on the lip products, and the two looks that I was able to come up with. But you guys will have to let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Did you purchase? Did you pass? Like, what are your thoughts on Blend Bunny? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, you like a lot on indie makeup and all that fun stuff, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I'd love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have all the Blend Bunny review videos that I have done if you want to see more like products from them. I will also link this collection, of course, where you can find it. If I can find any discount codes for you, I'll put them in the description. I will also have my makeup link, like the foundation that I use. I basically use the same base for look 1 and look 2, as well as my contact and social media platforms. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really, really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for spending some time out of your day to hang out with me. I really, really appreciate it. And I just hope all of you are doing well wherever you are in the world. And I'm just sending you guys so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.